My Hero One's Justice came out around a month ago in the West, and I've been playing a lot of Dabi most of the time, just placing top 20 in his category on PlayStation. I really like his movesets, combos, supers, and different tactics you can use to make up your own unique playstyle. Most people label him as an S-tier hero, which I agree with for the most part, but you have to utilize all of his attributes and work around his slow speed to reach that high tier. If you don't know what you're doing, he's probably a high rank C or a low B at best. In this video, I'll be showing you some of the things I've learned so far, such as combos, starter moves, supers, tricks, and a few other miscellaneous things. I'll be writing the combos in the description with the default Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation controls. Please note that this is a semi-advanced guide, so if there are things that you don't understand, be sure to leave a comment and I'll make a more basic guide on the game that can apply to all heroes. I think it would be lots of fun and help a few new players who aren't experienced in fighting games. Now to start off, I'll be talking about the things I've learned about Dabi's combos. Let's start off with the first combo I learned and see where it goes from there. So first we have a triple melee, which can then lead into a heavy quirk dash cancel double melee. Now from here it's up to your opponent on how much damage you can do. They can let themselves fall, which will cap at around 70 to 75 damage, or they can recover midair, which in turn can lead to a vortex combo dealing heavy damage. Remember to switch things up with different starters and different finishes so you don't become predictable. There are two ways I like to start this combo, the first being a double melee dash cancel double melee heavy quirk dash double melee. From this, you can gain a significant damage increase over the first, hitting at around 90 to 95 damage if they don't recover. But this is also a lot harder to get the hang of, especially if you tend to panic and press the melee button multiple times. The second way to start the combo is a double melee counterattack dash cancel double melee heavy quirk. I like this one because Dabi is a lot slower than other heroes, so sometimes they can lay a hit on him in the middle of his target combo. Since this one uses a counterattack though, you can't be interrupted, and because of the way Dabi's counterattack works, it should give you enough distance to block if they block. This is to be used when you're suffering in a fight because the enemy is less likely to block and will be more aggressive. While the combo starter does significantly less damage than the first two, capping at around 65, it's not meant to be a heavy hitter. It's supposed to be used in special situations, so keep that in mind. When a battle begins, starter moves are crucial to getting the advantage over your opponent. One of the main three I like to use is the Infernal Serpent. This one comes right out of the gate and usually catches the opponent off guard, so they'll block as soon as they get up, which you can predict with a guard break, combo from that, and usually end up in a wall splat. In this clip I didn't land the wall splat, so I just comboed as per usual. Keep in mind that this is a high risk move, so use it when you feel like your opponent won't flee at the start. The second of the three is a simple counterattack. It has good range, and if your opponent attacks first, you're guaranteed a combo from it. Again, it's not going to do as much damage as most other starters, but it is very useful, and I can usually vortex from it and hit a wall splat. Now the last one is simple, but also very useful. Run and observe. You can learn a lot about your opponent, such as their habits, what combos they rely on, how they play, and many other things. The last clip here is just something I like to use mid-battle. If you push your opponent into a corner with the Infernal Serpent, they have no other choice but to block, which you can then guard break and combo from it. They may also jump away, but that's solvable with a simple melee attack. Now on to supers. Dabi's light super has a base damage of around 75 to 80 damage. Two key tips to this super is that 1, it's not supposed to be used near walls, and 2, it cannot be used while the opponent is in air. However, if your opponent is falling and they land on you as you trigger the super, this will count as a connection. This super can be comboed into, but only with a wall splat or a double melee. Remember when you use this during a wall splat that you make sure you're not near any barriers. The double melee method is very simple, but you barely receive any damage increase. Basically, you melee twice and then trigger the super. Though the payoff is small, it's a lot safer to use than the wall splat method because there's little opportunity for your opponent to use sidekicks. Another thing I've added onto the super is that you can combo out of it for some heavy damage. You can do this by pressing triple melee near the beginning of the super, then continuing with the combo. This can be even brought into a wall splat if you use the double melee method first on the ground, which you can then use to do the exact same thing on the wall. For the cost of 2 bars, you get around 150 damage, which is half the enemy health bar. But let's see if we can go even further with the Dabi's second super. Dabi's second super is a 100 hit attack that does a solid 129.05 damage, so it's very important to use as little hits as possible to combo into this in order to maintain a high damage. It is also very hard to land, so I use both the wall splat and the double melee methods to confirm a connection. The double melee method adds about 14.37 points of damage, so it's not a huge gain but still much safer as I've said before. The highest damage I was able to inflict was 152.72. To do this I had to use the double melee dash cancel double melee combo that I talked about before, and I used it to hit a wall splat. From there, I just activated the super normally, and that was it. So if you have this combo practice and you know how to manipulate the situation, this is definitely a good method to use. For Dabi's 3-bar I've chosen Uraraka and Todoroki. When picking out sidekicks, it's important to pick two that will help you both offensively and defensively, while also maintaining a large damage plus ultra. These two let me hit 199.97 damage, or in other words, 2/3 of the enemy health bar. Plus I can combo out of it, as you can see here. While it's not a huge increase, it can really hurt the opponent psychologically, making them think you're doing a lot of damage when you're really only getting an extra 1 or 2 points. While I've seen a lot of pro Dabi players use these fire runes, I haven't really gotten the hang of them yet, so there's not much I can say about them, other than they can be very helpful in battle, and I find that they're useful in corners. Other than that, I don't have enough experience to give any real tips on them for the time being. Now to put what we learned to the test, I'll bring up one of my ranked games from a couple days ago that I had a lot of fun in. I hope you learned something new. Let me know what hero I should do next, or if you want me to continue making videos like these. It would be appreciated. Ciao.
Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are pussy.
Hit it late with a bitch from the bayou. Make sure the pussy ball no Caillou. Hadouken your ass like I'm Ryu. I'll splash on your ass like an eye chapstick on my lip, and I'm looking like a bitch. I had a couple kids, but I threw them in a dish. For the ice on my wrist, no a dyke with a whip. We can take 4 spin every rap before 10. I've been fucking bitches in my minivan, and I've been flipping switches cause I know I can. And post my shit on Pinterest, cop a couple fans. And I hope that y'all listening cause I'm going ham. I've been doing coke, no cola, gotta get the fucking white. I hit her on my Motorola, shorty wanna fuck tonight. I'm sick as fuck but no Ebola, dirty in my fucking Sprite, and I got game but no controller, cooking up like Walter White. Like left, right, uppercut, stupid slut gon' suck my nuts. Up, down, a bitch, what? Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Left, right, uppercut, stupid slut gon' suck my nuts. Up, down, a bitch, what? Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Didn't wanna get it, but I had to go and get it, so I copped a couple things to get my rocks off, eh? Didn't wanna fuck her, but I had to go and fuck her, so I did that shit quick with my socks on, eh? This and that, the back and forth, it's so much work like playing sports, so fuck the whore. I did my time, I lost my mind, she hot as fuck like lemon lime, still wanting more.
Pull up with a bitch and I'ma show her I'm a king. Gonna pick her up, gonna give the bitch a ring. Psych dude, I don't like you, don't wanna hit you, not my boo, but we watching TV, gotta BD like a big dick. See these nuts, but it gotta be PG. Water dripping like Fiji. But when you wanna smash, I'm DTF.
I'm backseat, pimpin' with a hoe, and she on my dick. $100,000 in my pocket, now it's on my wrist. I'm backseat, pimpin' with a hoe, pass her to the click. $100,000 in my pocket, now it's on my wrist. Perfect.